money. Go get the money. Go get the money. Go!
What you do in life echoes in eternity.
You are going to incur a lot of disappointment, a lot of failure, a lot of pain, a lot of setbacks, a lot of defeats. But in the process of doing that, you will discover some things about yourself that you don't know right now. What you will realize is that you have greatness within you.
It's very important that you engage in an ongoing process to develop you.
Where all you want to do is be successful, as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.
And if that doesn't work, try something else. If that doesn't work, try something else. Keep going with massive action.
You are listening to Thought Food.
Hey, it's your girl Becky Kassoum. This is your daily source for personal and spiritual development. New uploads Monday through Friday. This episode is entitled, Give Intuition a Chance. Stephanie Edson, a Utah mom, woke up in the middle of the night and she said it was because of nothing. She said there was no loud noise, nothing touched her. She reached for her phone and it read 4:07 a.m. Then she heard her daughter's voice. She went to her daughter Lainey's bedroom and her daughter wasn't there. Edson woke her husband up, who then ran outside and found Lainey at the end of the driveway with a stranger. The abductor told the parents that he was taking Lainey to church with him, otherwise he would be killed. Edson's husband asked the abductor for his daughter back, which the abductor complied, while Edson called the police and the man was arrested. Thank God for Mrs. Edson's intuition. Have you ever had something similar happen to you where you didn't know what was going on, but because of what we shall call your intuition, put you in the right direction? There's been instances in my life where I know it was nothing but God that saved me, and I believe that your intuition is your connection to source, to divine knowledge that knows everything. And if it is in the book of your life for you to know the answer and for you to be in contact with your intuition in that moment, it will happen for you if you are connected to it and if you're opening to listening to it. Intuition is a natural ability that everyone can experience, but very few get to experience the power of using intuition and developing it. Women have a reputation for being more open to developing this gift and to believing in it. We've all heard about the women's intuition, but men are just as capable of developing this intuition. And when we listen to our intuition and when we make better choices because of it, we can experience more of the joy in life and less of the struggles. I believe that our intuition is our higher self connecting with divine knowledge and just letting us know what it is without having the conclusive reasons as to why it is the way that it is. I believe that our intuition just gives you a flat out answer most of the time, and it doesn't really explain to you why you feel the way that you do. I feel that your intuition breaks down all barriers and walls of the physical world, and you just are in a place of knowing. To listen to your intuition, you just need to take the time to listen to your gut instincts and decide how it feels to you. A lot of the times, people don't take the time to see what is their natural instinct about something. I remember one time I was headed to a shoot for a television show, and as I was getting dressed, headed out of the building, my spirit told me, do not go. And I called some friends of mine and I said, this is stupid, I don't know why my body's telling me this, but I have to listen. But I said, is it stupid? Because this is a big deal. This is a huge opportunity. Am I missing out? And I just feel like you won't know the reasons why, but your gut instincts and your intuition is guiding you in a good direction. If you're around somebody and your energy just doesn't receive them or doesn't want to be around them, it's probably for a reason that you will probably never find out why. But it's divine knowledge that is connected to you through your source that is telling you, get away, or don't do something, or that's not a great decision for you, whatever it may be. And most people, they base their decisions based on logic rather than how they feel about something. And I'm not saying that you're supposed to always go by your feelings, but I do believe that if you're making a decision and you know how to tap into your intuition and you have developed this gift, I do believe that you can listen to your intuition and actually listen to it unfiltered. So take away your thoughts and how you feel, but listen to your intuition in the sense of listening to your higher self. So not listening to your feelings, but listening to your higher self through your intuition. And once you begin to develop your intuition, you'll learn that your intuition provides input that is consistently dependable. You guys, if I told you what I've been through in my intuition has literally saved my life. I was living in California, and one night I felt like someone was staring at me through my window, and I literally woke up in my bed, heard someone walking behind my house, and I called the police. They came. They said that they don't think anyone was in the backyard, but my intuition, my gut, everything in me couldn't stay in the house. I couldn't stay in the house that night. So I left. I stayed in a hotel. I came back the next day to try to take a nap. And because I was so tired, because I'd been up dealing with this the entire night. And my spirit could not even fully sleep. And I knew that I had to leave. I literally got a plane ticket back home that day and I left. I came back 3 days later to pack all of my things in my house and to move back to Washington, D.C. And at that point, when I came back home, all of the windows in the back of the house were shattered and the door was wide open. Nothing was stolen from the home. And so I knew that I was going through a moment of premonition because I'd also experienced the person walking into the house from the backyard. I heard it, but I knew that they weren't walking in the house because I could see that they were not. But my intuition was just telling me, get your behind out of this house now. And my intuition wouldn't let me be settled about sitting in this house. I also remember that my sister was telling me we had to go back. We had to be brave because she wanted to stay with me for about a month and experience LA. And I told her, I said, I cannot go back. I don't feel like I can stomach going back. And come to find out, a couple of years later, we found out who the culprit was. It was the pool guy, and he wanted to get vengeance because of whatever he had against my family or whatever out there. And it's crazy because I didn't know this. I didn't know that he had anything against us. I didn't know any of these things. But my intuition just told me to get out. Trusting our intuition is definitely, it can literally save your life. If you're not in touch with your intuition, you can be fooled by the illusion of a smiling face or logical words that may contradict our feelings about a situation. You know, an example could be a boyfriend that is not faithful and that doesn't treat you that good. And you know he doesn't treat you that good, but he says all this amazing stuff all the time. I love you with all of my heart. I'm always going to be there for you. You're the one for me. This, that, and the third, whatever he says, and your feelings about it say that he doesn't, and you don't really feel that. Intuition doesn't allow you to see what's going to happen in the future, but it can tell you if you are going toward the energy of something that's not good for you. If you feel good about something, then it's probably good for you. If you feel bad about something, then it's probably not good for you. That's it. Intuition is that simple. It's about learning to read the energy of a person or a situation. When you make decisions, it's important to evaluate your logical and your emotional intuitive response. Using your logical mind and your intuitive feelings to make a decision. If the logic answer and the intuitive answer conflict when you're making a decision, the intuitive answer is the one that's best for you because your intuition gives you feedback on what is best for you. Logic does not. Evaluating things with your logical mind, but making decisions based on how that information feels, because your logical mind can be fooled, but your intuition will never lie to you. But you have to learn how to use your intuition. And it just takes practice listening whenever you're around a person or a situation, listening to your intuition. And in time, you will develop the skill of having intuitive feelings or gut feelings about something. Evaluate how you feel after an event. The past is usually clear when we look back on it. And if you look back on an event from your past, you will probably remember how you felt before making a decision. Remember how you felt and see if your intuition was correct. And if it was correct, learn to trust it more the next time that you get that same feeling. You may have had the situation with an ex-boyfriend or an ex-girlfriend that did you dirty or did something wrong to you, and you felt it before you had the facts about it. That was your intuition speaking to you. Remember how you felt and see if your intuition was correct. Was it that maybe you thought someone was being unfaithful to you in the form of business? Maybe you felt that someone didn't really have your back. Maybe you felt that someone had ill meaning for you. Whatever it was, look back on that situation and remember how you felt and see, was your intuition telling you the right thing before you had any proof that that was actually correct? And if it was, you have to learn to trust your intuition the next time that you get that same feeling. Now, there's a difference between being nervous about change and having actual intuitive feelings. Now, a lot of time when you are nervous for change, that's when you don't want to go in that direction. That's when it could feel bad. So you don't want to trust those feelings. When you know that you're feeling bad about the situation because you're fearful of something, like change or overcoming a certain struggle that you deal with, that doesn't mean that your intuition is telling you not to do it. That means that your fears are telling you not to do it. And you want to make sure that you don't follow your fears. The more you trust in yourself, the more success that you are going to have with trusting your intuition. Developing a strong connection with your intuition, with your inner wisdom, can be challenging, especially if you haven't been trusting yourself or your own decision-making skills. If you have too many other voices circulating in your mind, if you just operate in your logic, voices of self-doubt, blame, judgment, all drowning out your intuition. Look, give intuition a chance. Boosting your intuition will make you feel guided, inspired, and connected to your life purpose. Your mind is aligned with universal knowledge. You just have to connect to it. Please share this episode if it impacted you in any way. Please subscribe if you have not. I post Monday through Friday. Until next time, peace.